What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Hadi back with another banger. So if y'all don't know, real quick before I start our kind of pre-market analysis, I have another YouTube channel where I'm documenting every single day in my life. If y'all do want to check it out, it's just called Hadi Me on TV, and you search up life maxing with that, should pop up. If not, I will be leaving something in the description with regarding the channel. If y'all are interested in that. Besides that, let's get into this. So going into market open, NQ and ES, they're low-key out of correlation because ES already swept this high right here from Wednesday highs right there, last weekly high. NQ hasn't. So those same highs are right up there for Nasdaq. So in respect, we do have a very large bearish SMT, but I do think we could, depending on what I want to wait till both of the assets are correlating properly to the point where okay, ES is manipulating this high, the same high that NQ is not. So let's see, let me just go back to the markout that I had. Yeah, right there. So I'm just gonna mark out these highs that we just displaced from, and these are the same highs as right here for NQ. Same exact high that we still have over 700, 800 points, 600 points to get to. So neutral bias. That's really all I can say. I'm going to be a little cautious trading today simply because of the fact that it's kind of unclear conditions. We could rebalance in this wick right there, displace lower while NQ hits that high and then this displaces lower. But we really do have to see just how everything reacts. But it looks like we could manipulate a little higher, manipulate these highs and then displace. So I want to see something like that happen if we are bearish, or if we're truly bullish. Um, Continue this place up, DRD trade would be fine above this drawn liquidity, or we could also get internal manipulation down below, this place upwards, because so we do have internal manip right there, internal manip right there. We have a lot of internal manipulation in the accumulation right there for us to really draw up, and it's pretty strong because we had a nice rebalance leg from yesterday's open to where that was a pretty strong draw that we had. So we could kind of displace higher and then move back lower to target all of this liquidity if we are bearish. But from what I've heard about the news and stuff, because I've been looking at the news, Strait of Hormuz should be opening up soon. There was some news about that. News about there was some red folder news as well today. Um, but besides that, we're gonna gauge price action properly, and we're not gonna really do anything until we see something very probable, and that's really like the best thing that we can do. So besides that, we'll just wait till market opens, and I'm gonna double check everything, make sure I'm not missing anything, and yeah, besides that, yeah. But yeah, internal manip right there. So I have multiple time frames pulled up on my setup, but yeah, internal manip, internal manip. But we're internally manipulating right there. Really just could manipulate downwards, displace higher, or displace higher, manipulate downwards. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. We just gotta wait till price gives us a clear leeway of where it wants to go. Um, all my L's recently have literally just been me FOMOing in trades. This series that I've been doing has been helping me so much with the mental gauge of applying myself to the markets properly. So I'm way more patient. I'm not doing cheap dopamine anymore. I'm not vaping. I'm not smoking weed. I'm not jerking off anymore. Um, but besides that, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good month. I'll say that for sure. It's gonna be a really good month. So yeah, it seems like on the lower time frame, both assets are still accumulating in a bullish pattern, but we do have accumulation left below that we could hit from below. So just seeing a nice setup play out would be ideal. But besides that, um, yeah. All right, market just opened. Internal manip right there, and then we're displacing higher. Another internal manip. We didn't take out all these lows, so we really, yeah, we're manipulating higher because we're still hella points away from an intermediate high or a swing high that we have on the 15 minute that NQ has way passed, but yet NQ hasn't passed, but ES is way past it. So yeah, just gonna gauge properly. TP would be like 1,000 there, so we could wait for a rebalance. And then looking at overall range play, yeah, from that swing high to that swing high, yeah, we balance in the consequent encroachment, we're displacing higher. So longs there would have kind of made sense because all that stuff was adding up, but it's fine. We're gonna fade that because it was market open, and today wasn't as I mean, I feel like today won't be as. So that's why I'm just trying to gauge price properly, and we're also filming. I'm not trying to embarrass myself. Yeah, just so y'all know, I do have a 1 minute pulled up on my separate monitor, so that's just kind of what I'm staring at. While y'all have the 15-minute view, y'all got the better view. But yeah. So I'm just kind of looking at the 15-minute. We internally manipulated these lows right there or low right there, but we did manipulate that low, and we still have some room to go higher, about 30 points. I want to see how NQ reacts on this high, because if we are truly bullish, we could try to take longs. All right, ES just tapped into that high right there. Want to see how we react. So if that's a high, we really could be tapping into this high right there. And then we could target accumulation up top if we are bearish or bullish, which is another 100 points. Oh my gosh. This would have been a trade. It's a straight green. We could get a nice little rebalance leg here. Yeah, I want to wait for our rebalance leg. Because it's obvious that we're bullish and we're just hitting accumulation right there. Pretty much just displacing this entire range. This would be another 300 points where we could kind of just trend up now. So I don't want to wait for our rebalance. So I'm actually just gonna show this trade. Currently break even. I want this to gauge higher because still have so much room to push. This is our nice rebalance leg. Pretty decent so far. The 30-minute, so much room to push up when we should be pushing up. Why are we internally manipulating? All right. All right, moving it to this swing low. I'm just gonna drag our stop loss now. Hella room to go up. Gonna get out right there. 50 points. That's really what I wanted. Yeah, I FOMO'd in right there. I didn't wait for our entry. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna trade anymore simply just because of the fact we got our 2 trades for the day. Our first trade was honestly kind of bullshit. Whenever we are waiting for a rebalance DRD, we need to we do need to wait for internal manip at least for DRD. Yeah, now we're just gauging higher. But that's good. That's fine. Took our 50 points. I'm happy with that. Overall break even. $100 on the day. I'll take it. Realistically, I'll take it. But I should have just kind of we should have held low key, but I don't really have experience with that. At least trailing stop loss, but we kind of did that today properly, gauged it. I would have taken stuff over here, but we would have been overall negative still because we'd be down 600. But besides that, um, yeah, we're on the fundeds. We're trading. Could wait for another rebalance leg, low key, if we're still short. But I do want to have this long setup play out right there.